The easy way to paint some vegetation in your scene is following. You go to Ikebana. We are going to select some flowers, these tiny ones. We activate the paint tool and we paint some flowers. Here they are. If I go to another group of flowers and I activate them, I can paint them too. Here, okay. Here they are. Here we have some, as you see by default, there is brush size. The brush size varies depending on how close you are to the subject. But you can choose a smaller one, a larger one, or you can define it numerically. Okay. You can also vary the density or increase it, and the scale. Now they're smaller. Those paint layers are showing up in the layer lists at the center, more or less. And here we have the 2 paint layers. The 3 paint layers are the ones I did previously when I set up the garden. Okay, and these 2 are the new ones. If I open the detail of the last one, for example, we see that this Ikebana was composed by 3 kinds of flowers, which are alternating. They have now a frequency, which is the density, you see them here, a minimum and maximum size. Binormal makes them stick on the surface. They take the orientation of the surface below, okay? And if this is off, they use the natural orientation, which is vertically. And island on or off, island on avoids self-intersections, and the vertical offset makes the flowers slightly go below the ground, okay? In that case, by default, normally this is 0. I don't know, this has been put in 7 centimeters. You can edit these parameters independently, one manually. The same here, this is the other one. This had much more objects, the other one, Ikebana. And you can also go, for example, to the library and customize this paint by adding an additional flower, 1 or more of them, okay, doesn't matter. So let's take, for example, this one, and here it added this one. So this one now is much bigger as the other ones. Let's make them smaller too, and so something is more like the other ones. And let's increase the density roughly to the one of the others. Here we have it. If you don't like the color of those, for example, you can click here, edit object. It goes below where the objects are, and we can change the color of those and make them white too. Why not? Or slightly more white. If you click this, you can make them even green if you want. Let's make it manually reset. Okay, and I want them less saturated. Okay, and now I copy this one on top of that. See, now they are more subtle, the colors of these ones. And yes, you can paint whatever object, not only the Ikebana. So if you select, for example, these flowers and you activate the paint tool, you can paint that flowers. Here they are. We make them smaller if they are too big. And again, even to that group of Ikebana, let's go back to the paints. That is the last one we did. I can add multiple flowers to increase the variety of them. Those are too big, so I copy that. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Okay, so they are all more aligned. in size. So you can also paint a line. So if I select those flowers and I define here a fixed size, I can paint a line of flowers. In the case of trees, you can paint trees obviously very easily. Just go here, medium, and let's take one of these olive trees and let's paint some of those olive trees. Oh, sorry, not with the paint tool, but with that one. Okay, area, add. Okay, here. And here we painted. Oh, I painted erroneously on top of that tree because onObject was activated. So, and here we have that small group of trees. But if you want them in, have them more ordered, you can use the spline tool. So if we say now 1, 2, 3, okay. So here we have all the trees. We change that to 5 meters. In that case, the orientation here of the tree probably is binormal on. Let's go to that paint, which is this one. And you see, yes, binormal on. Let's put it in off, and they keep their natural position. Even in that case, I can add multiple trees to the same off and off. And so now we have a more ordered matter of adding painted objects, which is more suitable for urban environments where you need that the distances are roughly the same between one and the other. There are also other kind of objects you can paint, for example, rocks. So if I use this Ikebana and activate the paint tool, now I turn off paint on objects so we are sure we don't make the error we had before. So I can paint here, for example, let's put it a fixed size of 80 centimeters. I can paint a path going down the hill. And here's the new paint, you see. I want more density. And I want them smaller. Here they are. And they are too sunken in the ground, so I reduce that value by something like that. That is fine. And here we have the stone path.